Hello friends, the article which we are analyzing today is published on Hindu, July 8th. The title of the article is More Saber Rattling, More Isolation. This article is written in the context of Chinese expansionist approach in South China Sea, and because of Chinese attempt to grab that area, how the neighbors in South China Sea are reacting to Chinese approach. So the context of this article is a dispute, a dispute with China and Philippines, which was related to which was related to Chinese attempt to grab territory in South China Sea. So Philippines invoked a dispute settlement mechanism of the UN Convention on Law of Sea in 2013 to test the legality of Chinese nine-dash line regarding the disputed Spratly. In response, the Permanent Court of Arbitration at The Hague declared in its July 12, 2016 judgment that this nine-dash line has no legal basis and that they refuse to consider even that is partly as a island also, because that area is not a island, but China is trying to make it as an island by land reclamation and construction activity. So that is the argument of China of this of partly as being an island was rejected by tribunal. Now China has or refused to accept this judgment. So why this South China Sea is important? Because that is important for all littoral country, because it's a transit point for trade since early medieval times, and that area contained rich fisheries and a repository of mineral deposit and hydrocarbon reserves. So because of that natural resource including fisheries, that area is being uh, is being grabbed by China by creating artificial island over there. So that is the one thing which we see, because for to consider it as an island, it should sustain some habitation or capacity for non-extractive economic activity. So in that criteria, Spratly do not fit. That's why Spratly area is not considered as an island. Basically, it is a reef and shoals which are not able to sustain life. And in that area, we see that China is undertaking land reclamation and construction. Basically, China is trying to make a case that this area belongs to China. So that is the effort we see that China is doing in South China Sea, because of that natural resource and its important role in trade transit. Against this Chinese move, there is a growing chorus of protest. So we see that Japan, Vietnam, Philippines, and other Asian countries are protesting protesting of China's this move to grab South China Sea. But because of the difference in power, no neighboring country of China can take on China in terms of militarily. So they are doing it through political means or diplomatic ways, or by bringing or allying with the US, and they are parallelly growing their navy also. So we see that they are strengthening their navy. In that line, Vietnam, sorry, Vietnam has added 6 kilo class Russian origin submarine, and similarly they are buying other navy ships. And Philippines article says that Philippines are is also exploring to buy India's BrahMos missile. And similarly we see that Asian grouping also similarly we see that uh, Philippines, it is exploring India's BrahMos missile for procurement purpose. And this way, the neighboring country, littoral country of South China Sea, they are registering their protest to Chinese move. The article suggests that India also make its move in that direction, because India also has a stake in South China Sea. And like China, what the way China is entering into the Indian Ocean, the similar way the India should also focus on Indo-Pacific region and start doing the defense diplomacy. And in that, the location of Andaman Nicobar and the Tri-Service Command over there play a very important role, because that area, that Andaman Nicobar Tri-Service Command is near to the choke point through which the trade goes, that is Malacca, Strait of Malacca, and that is very near to the Andaman Nicobar Island. So from there India can control the line of navigation. So that is the uh, analysis of the article. Overall, this article says that the Chinese move in South China Sea need to be countered not only by the littoral country of South China Sea, but India also be a part of that, because the same way the China is doing in Indian Ocean region, the same thing India should do in South China Sea. This concludes the analysis of first article. The second article which I am analyzing is Bollywood's Many Maladies. It is written by Harish Wankhede. This article is written in the context of recent suicide of actor Sushant Singh Rajput. So, and there is an allegation that certain elites control the whole film industry, and those elites engage in nepotism, thereby hampering the growth or entry of any newcomer into the industry. So this is the background of the article. So in that case, in that article, we see that film industry, particularly Hindi film industry, Bollywood, is dominated by social elites, even though they are making a living by working by making Hindi cinema, but they don't subscribe to the moorings of uh, that culture, that culture who is a consumer of this cinema. They are elite and they belong to different socio-economic culture, but they make use of the culture of their consumer to create product that you can see from their activity. So this social elite which controlling every aspect of filmmaking, like whether it may be artistic or technical or commercial aspect, they this and even for review or for historical point of view, all those people, those who are controlling the filmmaking in India and its various other aspect, is a kind of club, which is a exclusive club, and they don't allow other person to grow, and they share their privileges and profit among themselves. So we see that technical, creative, and artistic unit being dominated by the social elites, which belong to and network with same socio-cultural group, and the privilege and profit of business are therefore regulated through well-knit social network. And this social networking is based on caste, region, or clan, and until unless one is affiliated with this thing, we cannot grow professionally in this field. So that is the background of film industry, what we see, so called Bollywood. And because of this clique, talented artists suffer due to nepotism. They don't allow other people to enter into the industry, and because of this their strong well knit networking, we see that there is a lack of social diversity in the industry. Like you do not find that from urban poor, Dalit, Bahujan, or Adivasi in one way or another way contributing to the filmmaking. This whole class is excluded from the process of filmmaking, and that is this whole thing undermine cinema as a socially responsible art form. So this is the situation presently we have in the Bollywood, and the effect of it, we see that Indian cinema mostly they are producing masala kind of movie, commercially driven, and a mediocre kind of production. So this approach is basically commercially driven, and that is the reason the Indian cinema, particularly Bollywood, failed to get any honor or respect in at the global level, because the kind of product or kind of film which they are making represent the taste and values of social elite, and they neglect the stories, life stories of Dalit, Bahujan, Adivasi world. So you can see the kind of selection of the stories, or the kind of value, or the kind of taste which they create in their product. It's basically for one particular class of people. It is not catering to the life experiences or life stories of Dalit, Bahujan, Adivasi world. And this film not only is meant for certain class of people, but they also project their cultural desire and social imagination. And this way they reinforce the same thing. So this is the situation author is finding the Bollywood industry is presently facing. So in that direction, South, or particularly Marathi or Tamil cinema, they have demonstrated that story with a strong social theme, diverse cast, and emotive logic are still appreciated at box office. But the same thing author do not see happening in the Hindi cinema. So this is the point author has raised regarding uh, Bollywood, and author is saying that problem is not just nepotism, problem is structural, and that is the reason the kind of situation we are seeing in the Bollywood. This concludes my second analysis. I hope this will help you to improve your understanding. Thank you.